everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back. Today for you, I'm going to talk about my November reading plans. I cannot believe it is going to be November 1st on Friday. It's just going by so fast. I had a great reading month in October, so look out for that video. I'm still finishing up a book this week. So I haven't filmed that yet, but I'm already have about 8 books to share with you that I'm planning to read this month in November. We have some historical fiction because I'm participating in Historathon over with Lindsay and Lindsay's Little Library. And also I have a nonfiction on here as well that I'm really excited to get to. I've kind of been saving it for November because I try to read a nonfiction in November. I don't read too much nonfiction. I do want to try to make that more of a priority and try to read more than 1 or 2 a year. It's just not enough. There's so much good nonfiction out there. But let's just get started. So 8 books. The first one, Historathon. This is historical fiction. This is The Pool of Stars by Emma Donoghue. Emma Donoghue she wrote the book Room, which is very popular. Loved it. Read it, loved the movie, thought it was pretty good. So this one's a little bit different. This one we are covering, it takes place in Ireland, and it's the flu pandemic. And we are following Julia. She is a nurse in an understaffed hospital, and she's a labor and delivery nurse. And so she is simultaneously watching patients die from the flu pandemic, and she's also bringing new life into the world. And so we have 2 people that come into the hospital. One is a doctor who there's a rumor that she's running and hiding from the police. And we have Bertie Sweeney, who is a young volunteer helper. I believe this book takes place over only 3 days, if I'm correct. And it's going to have tenderness, story about humanity. It says, with tireless tenderness and humanity, carers and mothers alike somehow do their impossible work. In the Pool of the Stars, Emma Donoghue once again finds a light in the darkness as she unfolds a gripping tale of hope and survival against all odds. So this one sounds really good. I'm excited to get to it. It's just around 300 pages, so it's not too long. And yeah, it'll only be my second one by this author, but I loved Room, so there's that one. Next one I'll talk about is my nonfiction, and that is Breaking Free. This is by Rachel Jeffs. She is a daughter of Warren Jeffs. He was the leader of a Mormon cult, FLDS cult. I know a little bit about it, but I've heard this is so good, and I'm excited to learn more. Rachel is giving the reader a look into what this cult looks like, what it was like to be a daughter of Warren Jeff. He had over 50 children. He had obviously arranged polygamous marriages. Says Rachel, Jeff's first plural daughter by the second of his more than 70 wives, eventually faced a terrible decision. Should she stay in hell, or should she leave everything and everyone she's ever known? A shocking and memorizing story of faith, abuse, and courage. Breaking Free is both an expose of religious extremism and a portrait of extraordinary resilience. Rachel Jeffs grew up in a fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the polygamous Mormon sect, which she escaped in 2015. Rachel now lives in Idaho with her 6 children and 2 dogs. So we're going to get into this. It's going to be probably a shocking read. I love anything about cults. They're just fascinating to me. So wait for my thoughts on that one. For Historathon, the group read is The Briar Club by Quinn. I already mentioned this in an earlier video. This is my library copy. Definitely going to pick this up. Quinn, historical fiction. I mean, we can't go wrong with that one. So there's that. Next one is All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. I'm actually going to buddy read this month. This is a Read with Jenna book club pick. And I'm excited to read more from her book club because I feel like I tend to like the few that I've read that were mentioned in her book club. Let's see. I honestly don't know too much about this one, so I'm going to cheat and read the cover or the jacket cover. But I've heard great things. I've heard this is a favorite of a lot of people so far this year. Let's see. It says 1975 is a time of change in America. So we have the Vietnam War. Oh, this might fit for historical fiction too. Muhammad Ali is fighting Joe Frazier, and in the small town of Montclair, Missouri, girls are disappearing. When the daughter of a wealthy family is targeted, the most unlikely hero emerges. Patch, a local boy who saves the girl, and in doing so leaves heartache in his wake. Patch and those who love him soon discover that the line between triumph and tragedy has never been finer, and that their search for answers will lead them to truths that could mean losing one another. A missing person mystery, a serial killer thriller, a love story, a unique twist on each. All the Colors of the Dark is about what lurks in the shadows of obsession and the blinding light of hope. Doesn't that sound amazing? That sounds so amazing. A little bit of chunker. I have quite a few chunkers on this list, which you'll see. Let's see. Okay, next one for Historathons. This is a historical fiction I've just wanted to get to all year long. This is The Attic Child by Lola Jaye. I feel like I've talked about this before, but we have two perspectives, early 1900s and then 1974, and you're following two different storylines, two different girls who both have lived in this attic and how their stories intertwine. I've heard it's beautiful, and I can't wait to pick this one up. Okay, this next one intimidates me, but Becca, from Becca's Books, I think that's her channel name, I will link it below. She is starting a year-long in 2025 readathon to cover this series. This is The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. This first book is called Malice. It is huge. It is, it's not that bad. It's actually only 620 something pages. This looks like 1,000 pages, you guys. But, so I figured this is a better time to start it. Why not? I can kind of follow along with that readathon next year if I like this one. I've heard there's giants, there's battle scenes. It's epic, high fantasy, a lot of battle scenes, which I just said, but I hope I can follow it. I hope it's not too many characters. It takes place in the Banished lands. There's a violent past, like I said, lots of fighting, armies of men and giants clashing in battle. We have 4 different characters, Corbin, Evnis, Veratus, and Nether, and I think they're all trying to become king, possibly. So we'll see. This one is a little bit of a risk. It's out of my comfort zone, but I've heard great things and I want to give it a fair chance. So I'm going to go in with an open mind and see what I think. So there's that. On my Kindle this month, I am going to read, it's Abby Jimenez's short story that was offered on Amazon last Valentine's Day. The Worst Best Man, I believe it's called. I will pop it right here. And for buzzword this month of November, the buzzword is only. I have 0 books with the word only in the title. So that's why I'm picking Abby Jimenez, because this is the only book by her I have left to read. So that's how I'm making that work. So I'm going to knock out my Kindle and I'm going to knock out buzzword with that because I have so many of these heavier, chunkier books this month. And then now I'm going to do my spin for my priority reads. I'm going to add more pie pieces because we're down to 2. It's either going to be Legends and Lattes or it's going to be The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. So let me flip you around and film my spin. Okay, so we have each book on there 6 times. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's close. Oh, Legends and Lattes. Yay! Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so Legends and Lattes is going to be my priority read. This is by Travis Baldree. I'm excited it was this one, not the other one, because I've heard that the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle is confusing, and I already have an epic high fantasy, so Legends and Lattes, this is kind of a comfy, cozy fantasy. I believe it's got a lot of hype. I'm sorry for the lighting. I'm losing lighting. But this one, we have, I think they're orcs, and she's kind of like a battle orc, and she gets tired of all the fighting and the war, so she decides to open a coffee shop. It sounds, again, out of my comfort zone, but it's more, I'm so curious because so many people like read this and loved it. I think it's a love story. Heartwarming story of found family, fresh starts, and the perfect cup of coffee. So we shall see. Again, open mind. It's got a really cool cover. This is a special edition. The inside has, there it is, a drawing. I don't know why I'm not opening it all the way. So we shall see my thoughts. I'm just as curious as you are if I'm going to like it. And there is a sequel, and I also own that one. So, but yeah, I really like these special editions. I think they're UK. So there you have it. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the Kindle book. That's 8 books. I will get started on the second Beartown book if I can, if I finish these. Also, Four Winds by Kristen Hanna is another historical fiction I'm itching to read. So those are 2 more that may or may not happen, but I'm going to start with this stack as my first goal. Let's see if I can stack them all. It's a lot. All the Colors of the Dark, The Attic Child, Legends and Lattes, Malice. Ooh, that got heavy. Group Read, Kate Quinn, my nonfiction, Breaking Free, and Pull the Stars by Emma Donoghue. Luckily, the Abby Jimenez one for Only Prompt is a novella, so I should probably breeze through that one. This is getting heavy, so I'm going to put it down. But there you have it. There's November. I'm hopeful again. But thanks again for watching my video. Happy reading. I love chatting with you guys down in the comments, so let me know your thoughts. Have you read any of these? And I will see you in my next video. Bye!